can we do this with a dying battery and no show notes? We're gonna try. Hello, and welcome to the Once Upon a Corgi Podcast. We are a Crafty Puppy podcast coming to you from Southern Connecticut. I am your human host, Gabby, and we have Audrey and Iron puttering around in the background today. One of these days I will figure out a background where you can also see them. You can find me everywhere online as Gabigales and all my hand-dyed yarn at Once Upon a Corgi and onceuponacorgi.com. Thank you so much to all returning viewers for coming back, and welcome all new viewers. If this is your first time watching, thank you for checking us out. We don't have a lot to talk about today. It's been a pretty sparse week for crafting wise, but we've got some fun announcements for the shop and for upcoming events, so let's get into it. We're gonna have a sip of our cold coffee today in our What is a Weekend mug from Downton Abbey. I got this on the Republic of Tea website, if anyone is wondering. What am I wearing? I am wearing the Wendy pullover by, I'm forgetting the designer name, in hedgehog fibers with the contrasting color being the unicorn tail by Madeline Tosh, and I'm wearing my tulip skirt on the bottom, which is a Sew Over at London pattern, I believe. Yes, it is. Into announcements. Telling you, quick segments. We have a giveaway in the Ravelry group, which you can find at the Once Upon a Corgi podcast group. In the group section of Ravelry. There's got to be a more elegant way to say that. And that is for the Wanderlust sock collection by the Knitting Expat. I said both collections I misspoke last week and I said both. I meant just one. So sorry, my phone. So that is in the Ravelry group. That's going to be up until February 14th. So go on over there to enter into the giveaway. The other announcements we have is we will be having a trunk show at Cottage Yarn in Mint Hill, North Carolina, starting February 10th and going until the 17th, and I will put a link to their shop website in the show notes. We have our pop-up shop with Fuse Fiber Studios, and I'm very excited for that, and we're going to have some fun guest appearances stopping by, and maybe some books are going to be there. It's going to be really fun. Audrey will be there as our Corgi. And here is all of that information. Can you see it? I will put a copy of all this information in the show notes as well. So if you were in the area, please do stop by. It's just gonna be a really fun knit night. And that is it for announcements. Into the crafting. We have no finished objects this week. We were hoping to get our Jack and Sally socks done, but we did not. So what do you do instead? You cast on new projects. Moving into whips, we cast on a new sweater because apparently 2 sweaters isn't enough. I mean, who's ever heard of that? Like, come on. Who has less than 10 sweaters on the needles at any given time? The answer is a normal person with sanity. This is the Zweig sweater. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is by Boyland Knits, and I'm knitting this out of my hand-dyed yarn, Once Upon a Corgi. The top colorway is Oswald Vermeer, and the lace section is La Dame Death. So there we go. We're about halfway through the lace section. We've got our little pumpkin progress keeper from Owls and Orchards marking our rows. And this is the most addicting thing I've ever knit. I've only been knitting on this for 2 days. Just want to throw that out there. Like, this has not been a whole week's worth of knitting. I just can't stop. I can't put it down. I love it so much. I just love it. I'm knitting this on the Marie Cutie base, which is my Corriedale nylon base. I only have about half a pair of socks knit up for samples, so I wanted to get a sweater in this yarn because I do love it, and I feel like people need to see it knit up to really appreciate how squishy it is, because it can feel quite rustic in the skein. So I had to cast on a sweater, and I really wanted some color work, so I did something with a little bit of color work, but still gonna show off the yarn. And this is just flying by. I'm loving it so much. I'm knitting it on my Knitter's Pride Nova Platina needles, US size 5. I did not do a gauge swatch. This is mostly going to be a sample knit, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But I did do the small size, which is a 36-inch bust. So even if it is a little bit tight, it's still gonna have plenty of positive ease on me. So if I have to wear it, it won't be too small. I can't tell you how much I am enjoying this. Her patterns are really well written. I don't know if you, the internet, have ever knit her patterns, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it. I don't know what happened. I just sort of like been having these moments of momentary, I've been having these moments of just mildly blacking out and then coming to, and I bought like 6 patterns on Ravelry. I don't, maybe because I'm not trying to buy yarn, so patterns don't count. I don't know what I'm doing. But I bought 3 sweater patterns from her, and I read them through, and they were just delightful. I know I have low battery. Shh, shh. What's up, Audrey? And it's just wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm just gonna show you that for 10 minutes. That'll fill in all the gaps. I really do love the way these colors are playing together. I do have a top out of the Oswald Vermeer, but I have been wearing it a lot, so I feel a little bit weird putting it up as a sample because it is starting to get, not pilly, but you can tell I've been wearing it. And they just go together so well. I'm really loving this, like just the speckles and the pops. I can't handle it. There is no project bag for it because I've just been carrying it around the house with me because I love it so much. I just can't stop knitting on it. It's what I've been knitting on while I dye. It's what I've been knitting on while watching The Office. I can't put it down. So that is my main whip. I did have a realization that I don't have a lot of shop samples in the bases that I really want to show. So expect more panic sweaters in the future because I don't have that many things. I have lots of samples in the sparkle base and the single ply base, but I really only have socks for the Isaac base. So I do want to do a shirt in that. Or a shawl or something. Like I have a shawl in the Corriedale nylon, but it's not my yarn, it's somebody else's, so I can tell you that it feels nice, but it's not my yarn, so. Indie dyer problems. The other whip that I've been working on, because I cast on a 3rd sweater, I sort of sat down with myself and said, you need to finish at least one of these, and you know it's not gonna be Jake's sweater, so you might as well finish one of yours. And this is the Zion pullover by Amy Capshaw. The book's in the other room. It'll be down here. And I have completed the back and front stockinette sections, which is out of Two Guys Yarn Company in the guacamole colorway. And I am now onto the back lace portion of it. And this is in Bull & Vine Yarn's Fig Bash from her Gory Details Club colorway. And it's from the club, so it's on her Nouveau base, which is her merino single ply. And I'm adoring how this is knitting up. Adoring it. I can't handle it. These little hot pink speckles are just, they're killing me. They're just killing me. Kristen, what are you doing? Come on. How do you hurt my heart in such good ways? So I am, I think I'm just about done with the arm bits. I need, I think probably ½ an inch left, which is not that bad. It is a, like a 11-row lace repeat, so it's not easily memorizable, but you just sort of have to check at the beginning of each row and then you're good kind of thing. It was good knit group knitting. I did almost all of this at knit group on Tuesday. And there's my little fox charm, holding my place and being shy apparently. Here we go. I'm hoping to work on this tonight if I can tear myself away from that guy. So I can hopefully finish the back and at least get the front lace bit started. Once I do the lace bits, I just have to block seam, and then I believe I add on the sleeves. I'm not sure, I have to check the pattern. But this is gonna fly by. The sleeves are almost all lace, so we're very close. I think this can be done by mid-February. I mean, ooh, maybe I'll aim to have it done so I can wear it to the pop-up. I wanna get the Zvig? I wanna say Zvig. I wanna get this done with the lace portion and onto the body, because I've been practicing talking while doing some of the cables, so I can do cables while I sit and talk to people. That's my goal. And then I'll be knitting on my yarn. We'll see if any of this happens. You know me, why not just cast something else on? I only have 15 vanilla socks on the needles, and I haven't touched any of them. That's not true. I knit on the Jack and Sally socks, but then I lost a needle, so. It's in my friend's couch. I know it's in there. I'm just a little mad at myself for losing a needle. This is gonna be the world's shortest podcast episode. We went over our 2 whips. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick to 2 or 3 whips per episode because I keep casting stuff on. So I won't be sitting here and showing you the same 15 every week. I hope. We'll see. I did work on Jake's socks, but I'll show you those when they get to the toe, because it's exciting. It's a vanilla sock can be. On to a section that hasn't been here in a while because we've been particularly controlled with our yarn purchasing, but we were watching something. Somebody didn't even mention Edinburgh Yarn Festival. I think they just mentioned Scotland. So I got really sad because I'm not going to Edinburgh Yarn Festival. It was never really a plan, it was just a dream. And then we sort of sat down and went, yeah, we're not going this year. So watching something, I don't even think it was a knitting podcast. I think someone just said Scotland. I got really sad about not going, which, you know, is fine. One day I will make it. I'm not worried about it. But I got sad the next morning, and pre-coffee, maybe this is what I need to not do, just not go on the computer before coffee. I sort of came to at about 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday and realized that I accidentally ordered it's like the Oh Wool episode, but smaller. I accidentally ordered a sweater's quantity of blacker yarns in their brushbook base. So yeah, don't worry, there's more. It happened. So, surprise, I'm doing the blacker yarns cal. Not going to Edinburgh, but I'm doing the cal. Sorry, I'm like flipping everyone off. My bad. All right, I'm gonna put these down. So this is part of my Make 9 challenge for 2018, and I will be doing a video of that. I was waiting for this yarn to come in, and then things just got away from me. So expect that video before the end of 2018. This was the last sweaters quantity I needed to complete that challenge. So they were on sale. I'm just gonna preface with that. So I ordered them because it is a limited edition base, and I knew if I miss this, that's it. I'm not gonna get it. And I do love the sound of their other bases. I've never felt them. I considered sending money with the various people going to Edinburgh so then they could pick me up the blacker yarns, but then I was scared, like, what if this one's not there? So I did it. I haven't bought yarn since like October, so I think we're okay. Anyway, this is about the yarn. This is the Blacker Yarns 12th birthday brushwork base. It is 80% pure new wool, 20% alpaca, and there is a list on their website of the sheep breeds. Oh no, wait, it's in here. Hold on. So we have Scottish Beaumont, Castle Milk Morit. I could be saying all these terribly wrong. Nope, that's how you make a Beaumont. It's all on the website. I'll put a little blurb, I think. That's easy enough. So yes, they created this last year for their 12th birthday year. And it is delightful. It's a sport weight yarn and it's woolen spun, so it's very airy and lofty and squishy. And I got 7 skeins of the Scumble colorway and 1 skein of the Impasto. colorway. And the plan is to knit the Branches and Buds pullover by, I'm forgetting the name, but it's in Making magazine and it's by Matterroot? It's by Matterroot. I'll put it down here. So I already swatched because I couldn't stop. I don't know how good my gauge is, but honestly I don't care because I really like the way this is. It bloomed so much after I washed it and it just feels, I wish you could feel this. Can you feel that? It's just, it's like a rustic sheepy cloud of delicious. It's not buttered kitten soft. It's like a nice dog. That doesn't sound the way I want it to. I love it. I also wanted to check for color fastness because it is a red and I know reds tend to not want to hold on to their dye all the time, which is fine. It's nothing against any of the dyers. It's just that's the way dark colors are. But so far, so good. And I think this is going to be my Ravelympics project because why not cast on a 4th sweater? Genius, right? I know. I know. Ooh, I almost dropped it again. So this has been my naughty of 2018. But you know what? It's fine. I love it anyway. And it's gonna be so nice. And I don't have any real pullovers. Like this is a shirt. My Find Your Fade, or my So Faded is really a shirt. I have 2 cropped shirts, so like I don't have anything to just throw on and be comfy in. The only other knit sweaters I have is a Weasley pullover my mom made me, which is supposed to be 15 sizes too big. So it is. Like you can't see my fingers in it, which is very hard to do things in. And then a sweater I stole from Adrian because he knit it the wrong size for him and it fit me. So I don't have anything I knit for me. So this might be my Ravelympics. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Oh. Yes. Ooh, I love them. Love them so much. I just carry those 2 skeins in my bag. They're in a project bag and I just put them in my backpack and carry them with me. Is that normal? Do other people do that? Just carry your new favorite skeins with you? Whatever. Okay, so we did FOs, we did whips, we did announcements, we did stash building, and I think we're moving on to everything else. I did no sewing. Oh, I did spinning. Let me go get that. So many coffee burps. I spun, guys. I had a spinning night with my friend Sam, who designed the winter Baru hat, which is now live on Ravelry. So we had a very productive spinning night, and I spun. I want to say this is about 60 grams. I spun half of my fiber for my Pinolith cowl out of Classy Squid Fiber Co. Behind the Rain Bat and lavender and natural Angora. So I used Adrian's blending board from the Freakish Lemon podcast / my brother to combine. It's still, I didn't wash the Angora beforehand, and I'm realizing I should have done that because apparently I just ignore all fiber rules all the time. So it's still quite dusty and dirty, and I did find a whole leaf in there, but it's Angora from a lady in my knit group, and then the lavender Angora I got at the Coventry Farmers Market, and it is like, if my hands are cold enough, I can't even feel it. It's just so cloud-like, and it's only, I want to say this is like half an ounce. It's just so fluffy. So I am spinning this while also spinning this, which is a Classy Squid Bat. The label, I don't even know what the label is anymore. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, kind of just like when I feel like there should be some Angora in, I just start holding it with this while spinning it. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know if it's the most effective way, but we're doing it. So I have to spin that whole thing, and I'm going to do a traditional 2-ply, I think. I was going to do a 3-ply, but I'd rather do the 2-ply and get the yardage than do the 3-ply and then end up not like having like a collar for a cowl. You know what I mean? So there it is. It is not as even as I would like it to be, but I have not spun in a while. So we're gonna forgive ourselves for that. It's getting a little bit blown out. It is delightful. It's just so, it's got CVM in there, so it is very sticky. And then I asked Adrian because I thought I like ruined the bat and it was super sticky and I was gonna like, that's it, I ruined it. But apparently it's just a very sticky fiber, so nothing's ruined, it's just sticky. And there we go. We ended with a nice bit of sparkle. So I'm going to spin that, maybe I'll spin on Friday. No, I'll spin on Thursday. Yeah, I'll spin on Thursday. My goal is to have that done before winter ends because I would like to do that. And I know the row legs are gonna take a little bit longer because I'm gonna drop spindle those. So that's my spinning. And I spun that on my Bluebonnet Honey and Ply wheel, in case you were wondering. Okay, we're at 10%, so we gotta hurry up. Moving on to non-crafting moving on to everything else. Next is shop update. If you're not here for shop update or life stuff, thank you very much for watching. If you are, let's do this. Shop update will be tomorrow, February 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are releasing the new Audrey base. Nope, didn't even wake up. So Audrey was an 80/20 BFL nylon blend yarn, which we discontinued because it just wasn't having the luster that I wanted it to. So we found a 100% superwash BFL 3-ply base, and it is being released tomorrow in celebration of, oh, I didn't even bring it in this colorway, but I don't have time. The Pisces sock pattern coming out by Elbeth Knits, and I will be putting a picture here. That is being released February 17th, and I will have information for that in the newsletter as well. So in this update, we will be having the new Audrey base, Ginger, Marie Cutie, and Oliver. And we will be having them on Towers Over the Thames, Mauvatone, Like My Cold Dead Heart, God Killer, which is our Wonder Woman colorway. We will also be having, these I just dyed, so they're a little damp, Something Sinister, because I missed it, and our newest colorway that is being released tomorrow/today, Blood Moon. I'm trying to think of the best way to show you this. Ta-da! Specklies, specklies. So all of these will be in the shop tomorrow at, ooh, the crazy eyes. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at onceuponacorgi.com. And if you would like to be on the newsletter for updates, trunk shows, new releases, that sort of thing, you can sign up at onceuponacorgi.com as well. I do have a recommendation before we get into the life stuff section, and that is Godless on Netflix. It is not safe for children, probably young adults. There are 2 explicit scenes of sexual content in it and some violence, so a heads up. But other than that, it's okay for like, older teens. I don't know. I have no judge of this. It is amazing. It's a Western on Netflix where accident happens and it's just a Western town filled with women, and then like the 3 men that are left behind and they have to save the town, and it's delightful. It's got Lady Mary from Downton Abbey in it, and I feel like a lot of people have been recommending it, but I just want to throw my hat in the ring and tell you that it is great. We also watched Frontier with Jason Momoa. Finished that. Season 3 is filming right now, and I am so excited for it. And that's basically all my recommendations for you. Life stuff is our last section, and because I will be posting this Wednesday night, the news has already been announced. I have called my parents, it's been on Instagram, I've texted the friends, it's on Facebook. Going to say it here. I got engaged. Wha-bam! I wasn't gonna say anything and just sort of let it go, but I put it on Facebook, so I figured I would answer a couple of the questions that have been popping up. Jake proposed, I said yes, done. He did it during The Office, asking would I watch The Office forever with him, very fitting. He also asked me mid-Dwight quote, so I just ended up screaming Battlestar Galactica at him. Also pretty accurate. He did design the ring, and it is a black stone with rubies. I don't know if it'll do a close-up, and if you look very closely, hold on, focus. It looks like a little kraken. I don't know if it's gonna focus. I'll try and put a picture up, but it looks like a little kraken on the side. I know it's supposed to be swirlies, but I don't care. So yes, that's really life things. It happened Tuesday night. It is now Wednesday, and that's really been it. It feels really weird because I don't wear jewelry normally, and he checks every 4 hours to make sure I haven't lost the ring. That's it. That's really it. We've got nothing else figured out. We just kind of got this far. So I just want to say a giant thank you to everybody who has contacted me, either on Instagram or Facebook. I'm really sorry if I haven't responded with a thank you. It just happened. It was just too much. It was just too much. Thank youings and thank yous. I didn't want to sound disingenuous when I was typing it, so if I liked your comment, know that I saw it, I swear, and I'm saying thank you in my heart to you. So yeah, that's my life stuff. I'll probably, I don't know. This is the adulting section where I don't understand what's happening in a way, slash I'm just gonna let it happen. I don't know. So I'm gonna go before I get too rambly, and like this wasn't rambly before. Thank you so much for watching and checking us out, and we will see you next week. Bye.